We're green.
Buggy! Let the racing at Sebring, boys!
This is COTA, not Sebring.
COTA, my bad.
No, they are not backing out. They are 5 wide as they go for turn 1. Cars are sideways as they exit the corner.
My game is
and
lagging.
Forza is lagging out. We apologize for this, ladies and gentlemen.
Astro,
We have cars off in turn 2. 2 cars off in turn 2. It looks like Stewart and I believe that might have been Phantom Wolf. And we are still side by side for 11th here. Pointy Skull taking a creative interpretation of track limits as they go through the S's. Bogey Sam on his outside, which now becomes the inside as they go through that corner. Both are out wide.
Ooh, battle for podium in third. Phantom Wolf going for a look on Ogre.
Oh, that was Phantom. Okay, so Phantom up to third.
Phantom's up to fourth.
He kept his nose clean as they went through turn 1. He is now on the bumper of Ogre, who is on the bumper
Phantom
of Galaxy.
goes right up to Ogre, and Phantom goes a bit
Astro
wide. Now
is
Logic's got a
pulling away as they go down the back straightaway for the first time under green here.
Oh yeah, Astro's got a big gap in first, so I think he's pretty safe. But fourth is still up for contention now. The top 3 are definitely starting to split off from the rest of the pack. But here we go to turn 12,
to the inside.
Big action point.
Hard under the brakes here.
Ooh,
going from almost 200 miles an hour as cars shooting off into the back. That is Boeing. Nope, that is. Yes, that is Boeing Summit going wide in number 5.
I think I was commentating,
and
but
caution is
even though I
out
was
here as
muted.
they are slow going through turn 16.
I don't think Flick's got the memo.
Yeah, sorry guys, the whole time
they're
we
just
were
arguing
commentating,
about
I muted
positions
myself. I didn't even know. But y'all had the audio. I'm sorry about that.
Dispute for who finished 4th there as Flix moves up the grid a little bit in the number 38 discount tire car.
So as lap 1s go, that was a really good lap 1 for Phantom.
Yes.
I think he's driver of lap 1.
Yeah. I suspected turn 1 was a mess, and they're taking each other out there.
Oh, there's
Ogre got in the back
there, or that was an intentional dump under yellow. That is going to be reviewed by the stewards here as we come through the final corner here to try to restart this race.
Phantom going a bit wide through the last final corner.
As they line up under green here, restart zone is already underway
Bumper
here.
to
Or
bumper.
just gonna go at the line.
And
They're
green
going
flags
in,
back out.
And that is
3
a
wide.
good start for
Going
Phantom.
around. 5
He has a
wide.
Flicks on a no-go.
Whoa!
Has
Flicks
taken the
comes up
lead.
through. Flicks takes the lead off of Astro. Going for
Another
turn
wreck
right
there.
now.
Oh.
Going sideways as
wide.
the corner.
Going
one
into
Spanish gamer tag that I can't read out in the Subaru Chevy. Running very wide as they go into the S's for the first time. Porty scrolls sideways. He saves it very wide as they go through the corner, and he's going to spin out. Oh my goodness, and cars are sideways. Bogey Sam is just taking out the Subaru.
There's a wreck back
has
there.
been spun out as they continue through the S's.
Too wide through the S's, going into turns 8 and 9. Phantom's right on
No one
Ogre.
wanted to give an inch.
But he has to watch out. Boeing's right on him too.
Meanwhile,
Ogre goes
Astro
wide.
out,
The Phantom's looking
looking
for a
very
lineup
clean out
inside.
front, followed very closely by time. Phantom
Oh,
blocks
and
up going
Phantom
into the
goes
hairpin.
way too much for a
And
lunge.
we are under caution
one,
again.
but 2 drivers in caution.
There's so much going on
This
right
has
now.
been a very intense 3 laps here.
We haven't even finished
Yes,
the lap.
every restart has been a hotly contested.
Jackson, after starting 19th on the grid, is up to 6th.
That's just
In the
amazing.
number 51 McDonald's Chevy.
That's amazing of a drive.
That
right
is a
there.
very impressive feat for him.
Absolutely.
And that is what not crashing can get you, is just
Yeah, just staying clean.
wild and out of positions. Because
Meanwhile,
you think every time the
Ragnarok
caution is
in the
thrown,
number
you
6 Drive to Stop Diabetes Toyota, not making as much of an impact as some might have guessed during pre-race here.
Phantom giving up
Let's
the
see if he
position to
can make his
Boeing.
way
Boeing
up
did
here
have
during the next restart.
Caution was thrown. So Phantom now down to 5th.
I think we had a few retirements. I can't tell.
All right, I'm gonna move up to Boeing in 3rd and see how the battle.
We have lost 2 cars here over the course of this race so far.
Three cars. There's been 3 cars that we've lost at DNF so far.
Flicks, Frodo, and Cactus Man.
We've lost 2. We started with 19.
We got 3.
Yeah.
Gone. Flicks, Frodo, and Cactus Man are gone.
All right, coming around turn 20.
You guys sure about that?
Onto the main straight for the 3rd time.
Yep.
All right,
So we have lost Frodo for sure.
Flicks and Cactus Man.
that's gonna make the championship.
And
play.
green flag.
And we're green. Phantom does not get nearly as good of a start. As
5 wide again.
Phantom's going 3 wide. Whoa!
They are 4 wide as they go through turn 1 again.
And they get spun.
sideways. That is
Oh,
Pandas
that's a
and
big pile up.
And that's caution.
that is about 3 or 4 cars sideways at the exit of turn 1 here.
That should be a
Phantom
caution.
sideways
Might
with
not
Ogre as
throw.
they go
It
through
should
the
be.
S's.
They might be a bit sick of no. Is it a caution? They're just going to
I don't believe
I
so.
don't think there's a caution.
They are no.
Ooh,
Bowing
that
on
was
the very inside of
Bowing
Phantom
with a
or
bit of,
Jackson as they go through the S's here.
But Jackson's too wide with too wide with Boeing. They are basically touring car driving right now. There's
They are
nothing
being very
racing.
aggressive on the doors.
Boeing almost
Actually,
got
I
forced
think we
off.
are actually under caution here.
Yeah. Finally.
Okay, so we are under caution here.
Let's
And
see
they
if
were
we
just,
can get one
deciding
single racing lap.
It's going to be a tough ask for these guys. A lot of them primarily race solos, so their braking points are going to be extremely difficult for some, as I know a lot of them typically race with ABS, which is forced off in these cars. There are no ABS as they run laps here. Looks like Boeing is still having a little discussion with the 51. Maybe a couple hand gestures here out the window as they go down the back straightaway. Under caution. Not very pleased with each other, as I'm sure they are. And ladies and gentlemen, don't forget we will have post-race interviews with the top 3 here following the conclusion of this race. So do stick around for those.
We
get
still have
an
plenty of
insight look
race
into the mind of the racing driver. And I need to breathe.
Who needs air when you're commentating?
I don't know. You just gotta pull a David Crofty or a Murray Walker and just kind of take a very deep, big breath here before the start. And
Crofty, lap 1.
either that or I just need to go into surgery, probably increase my lung capacity. By the way, everyone listening on social media, that would be a joke. Please do not cancel us.
Yes, we're just only
Thank
joking.
you.
You need to get extendable lungs. Anyway, coming through turn 20, back onto the main straight for another green. They're going single file this time. That's bold.
Yeah, that's a better choice.
They are going in single file here. The stewards have decided this is the best option to probably try to prevent another turn 1 pile up that we've seen on every
We are
start here.
on camera with Boeing.
Back under green.
We are under green.
There we are. Yes, they are. As they fan out 5
All right,
wide once again.
into
The
turn 1,
single file has not
Red
done
Bull
anything.
vastly
Ooh,
takes
someone cuts the
few
corner.
positions coming through turn 1. And Kuiper's gonna get spun out by Boeing.
Vaseline on the outside of Jackson. He's now going to clear them as they go through the S's. Phantom and Ogre banging doors as they go through the S's now.
Red Bull vastly moving its 5th. Oh, but he's got Jack
backs out that one on Vaseline.
Vaseline barely holding on to it. And he's gonna have to go
Now
wide.
that number 7 Subaru car coming up the inside 3 wide as they go through the very tight right-hander.
As
Yeah.
they're cutting
Jackson's a
corners
little
just to stay
off-road.
beside each other.
Oh, Vaseline did lose a bunch of time with that lockout.
Yeah.
Pointing very sideways as they approach the hairpin as they come onto the back straightaway here.
Third.
And once again, it is Astro leading the way, followed by Time, Phantom, Ogre, and El. I can't pronounce the guy in 5th place. I'm sorry.
Goblino.
Yeah, El
We're just gonna call
Goblino.
Whoa,
We're
whoa!
just gonna call him
Oh,
Super
you're on
Chevy here. And big lockups going into turn 12 here as they.
Oh, so he got spun.
And Red
Phantom
Rock
off the
sideways,
track.
pile driven by Phantom, or not
Oh,
Phantom,
there's
Panda,
another
and we've
crash
got
in
3
turn
cars
12.
off in turn 12. One of them hit the outside barrier, and that was a very hard hit by the looks of things.
Tim curious at what point they're gonna say,
No, I'm on my phone.
no cautions, we're just gonna keep going.
They should probably
By the
do
looks
it
of
by
things,
sector.
they did not count that wreck as more than one car.
Well, in the GRL races I've been in previously, it's 1 3-car or 2 2-cars. So...
I think maybe since they can't keep it clean, I think we should do
Phantom goes for a
sectors,
move
maybe?
back into third, so Ogre and Phantom having a quite heated battle for third. Oh, Ogre has the run on Phantom going into turn 1. Ogre overtakes on the main straight. Big braking zone to turn 1. Phantom goes for a huge lunge.
Over
Way
and under.
too big. Ogre pulls a switch, and he's up into third. Phantom trying to keep on the inside, but he just doesn't have the nose for it.
Goblin on the outside. Inside now.
Goblin has the inside for the S's.
He just... Wow.
And Goblin completely messes it up. Phantom gets the run into the S's, almost spins Ogre off. Going too wide into the second set of S's.
Here comes Logic into the fight now. It's four cars fighting.
You could throw a blanket over these 4 cars here as they all battle for the final podium place.
Third. Logic and Goblin going too wide into turn 11.
Phantom forced onto the dirt here a little bit as Ogre shuts the door. Phantom up the inside as they go into the hairpin.
Oh, Ogre goes
wide into that corner.
too wide into turn 11. Gets overtaken by 3
cars.
cars.
As they go through as they exit
Oh no,
the
but
corner,
Ogre manages
and
to
they
hold
go
it
single file back out as they draft off each other going down the back straightaway.
So yep, now a slipstream trying to turn 12. Ogre gets the run.
Ogre looks to the inside. Logic might peek to the outside here. Things better of it.
Big braking
locks
lock
up.
up for
Descend through the
Phantom,
middle
loses
instead.
positions to
Both of them
Logic
out very
and
wide here.
Ogre. Goblin
Still
takes
3 wide
advantage
on
of it.
exit. 4 wide as they go
wide,
to turn 15.
Turn 15. Turn 16, 2 wide trains.
It's Phantom turns across Logic.
Did you disconnect?
Yeah, it appears our Discord call temporarily disconnected. I believe we are all good now. As Logic sitting in 4th now, looking on Goblin going for 3rd here.
Battle for 3rd still hot, but with Goblin at the head of the train now.
And Ogre is not far behind in 5th place. Meanwhile, as we go a little bit further back, Patsboy in 6th, being hounded by Phantom for that position. And Phantom's going to send one up the inside here, going into turn 1, and he might make that step, but no. Patsboy gets the better exit off the corner as he had the better line, and is going to clear him before the S's. Now Jackson looking at Phantom here as we go into the S's. Does Phantom think better of it and backs out? Yes, he does.
Jason, what a dive. Jackson, I might say. Jackson.
Phantom gets into the back of Jackson. Jackson out wide.
All right, we've got the battle for 3rd actually is getting a bit closer. No super good action yet, but Goblin getting a bit squiggly coming out of the S's. Turn 11.
Stewart out of nowhere is now in 8th, pushing Phantom as he exit the S's and go and approach the hairpin.
Whoa, Logic going for a move on Goblin to turn 11. That's going to lose some
Phantom
time
has
to
set
Ogre
one on
behind.
Patsboy once again for 6th place. Phantom has cleared him, and he's going to drive away from that massive battle for now 7th.
All right, battle for 3rd going into turn 12. Logic is close enough for a lunge if Goblin locks up. All drivers locked up. 2nd position locks up, is now only about a few tenths ahead of 3rd and 4th.
We've had another driver lead.
That's a matter of feet as Goblin now in a sandwich between Time Galaxy and Logic here as they go through turn 16.
Four
Taking
driver
that
fight
slightly
here.
wider line, trying to get the better power down, and it looks like he might. It's very
Logic
even
trying to get
time
a nose into it for turn 17. All right, let's see who holds it the
Timed
best.
out very wide for turn 18 here as they cut
Oh,
back
Logic's getting a bit
for the
squirrely.
left-hander of 19.
See, it's coming
Timed
into this.
and very hot here. He is very wide out.
Whoa! Coming into the turn
Goblin's gonna
20.
think about it as they
Logic
go through the final
right on
corner.
the bumper of Goblin, and we're coming out on the main straight. Now in this, so this So this stage of the race, tires are going to definitely be coming into play. So we're starting to see more lockups, and that's due to the fact that NASCAR tires give out very quickly, and Logic going for an overtake. Time
And we are
Galaxy
3
goes
wide on the exit
wide.
of turn 1.
Time Galaxy loses
Goblin now
two
takes it
positions
as they go
almost,
through turn 2. Time is very sideways. Logic
and
holds
Logic takes
that,
third.
snags third.
Time loses any hope of a podium to Ogre in 5th, who's now up to 4th. Time Galaxy is going to have to recoup if he's going to want the podium position back. All right, we've still got a
Now
very
Logic
heated battle
looking
for
very
second.
heated on Goblin here as they exit the S's. Logic out wide, gets the tire in the dirt. That's not going to help us run as they go into the hairpin of turn 11.
All right, now here's where tire management is going to be critical because Goblin takes it really wide, hits his apex though, and that's going to give him superior straight line speed coming out of turn 11. Now turn 12, it's whoever locks up least in simplicity.
But you also have to keep in mind with the number of caution laps they've run, the tires are not going to be as warm as they would have been previously.
Yes,
So
but
as
they've
they
still
go
been
into
on
turn
like
12,
5 racing laps at this point.
And they have been spinning
that's a
each
fair
other, so
point.
it could, depending on who it is. Oh, Phantom locks up real deep there. Turn 12.
Yeah, all this battling is not going to help tire management in the slightest.
Yes,
So as
absolutely.
we are approaching the 1/3
Ooh.
point of this race, it is
Logic
Astral with a
becoming
massive
creative
lead over second place Goblin, followed very closely by Logic, Ogre, and Time Galaxy, who round out your top 5 as Goblin takes a massive slide through turn 18 here.
Galaxy has lost
possibly
a
opening
lot
the
of
door.
time to the top 3. I think he might have
Galaxy
been
is
through tires.
running very wide again through turn 19 there. In the grass, he's locking up, misses the apex of the final corner of turn 20, and is struggling to put power down. His tires are used up. He
Oh
might
no,
want
his
to consider
tires
another
are gone.
But he doesn't really need to worry about that too much as he has
Ogre
a
Lover getting
massive gap
closer
to
to
Phantom
Logic coming
back
into
in
turn
6th.
1. Constantina affecting right up to Logic through bumper.
Meanwhile, if you look further back for the battle for
6th place.
7th now,
Ooh,
battle
7th
for
is
7th now, Jackson holds position as Cutsboard closes in, followed by Stuart, Boogie Sam, Boeing Sun, and Ragnarok in your top 12.
Cat's
And
Boy.
they are all very wide as
Cat's
they
Boy
go
is
through
looking
the S's.
very.
They are all taking very strange lines through the S's here.
This is what happens when you battle coming through the S's.
And it
Pat's
appears
Boy
that
getting his nose in through the second half of the S's. Pat's Boy might have a run going into turn 11. Nah, but Stuart might have a run on Pat's Boy now. No one's going to go for it. They're all going to keep their... Ooh, actually, Pat's Boy taking a really narrow line. They are wheel to wheel coming down the back straight. But Jackson has the superior straight line speed. And is currently...
looks like we've got a battle for second once again. Yes, we do have a battle for second. Logic has cleared Goblin going into turn 16 here.
Someone got into the back of. Someone got into the back of
Jackson.
Jackson. Yes, someone got in the back of. Don't know who, but saw someone going into the back of Jackson. It either might be Stewart or Bowie.
Goblin making it almost
Stewart
too
out
wide.
very wide. I don't.
17 and 18.
Stewart has a problem here. He is out very wide as they go exit turn 15 here.
Logic holding on to
very
second
interesting
now.
lines here as Jackson and Boogie Sam are side by side going through 17 and
Turn
18.
20, Goblin gets the run on Logic. They are wheel to wheel coming down the front straight. No one having any advantage coming into turn 1. Who hits their braking points better?
The advantage might go to Goblin here with him being on the inside.
Oh, but Logic holds on to it and now has the inside line for turn 2. And they're going
Very
too
tight,
wide
very
into the
close.
X's. A bit of bumping, we'll take that though. Side by side through the S's, a bit of rubbing, but Logic manages to hold on to his position.
Yeah, that was good racing right
Closed
there.
the door, but Goblin's back
Oh,
up.
Goblin coming. Yes, Goblin. Yes, Goblin coming back.
Goblin has the inside. No, and he's lost it.
Meanwhile, back there, Ogre is creeping, hoping that these two continue to battle as he can draw ever so closer to those two.
Oh, Goblin going for the lunge into turn 11.
Oh, he's going on the
He's
inside
getting,
again.
he has his nose, and he's got the run. He takes the position going onto the back straight. Great move from Goblin there. But Logic, don't count him out yet.
Down back
Yes.
straightaway.
The
Yes,
slipstream
dude,
has
Might
been
have a chance to
extremely
send up the
vertical.
inside. Going to turn 12. He is going to
Ooh.
send it.
Oh, he got into this.
And he locks
He's
up a
going to go
bit
very
too
wide.
wide. Goblin takes it back.
And Ogre behind them is loving this.
Yes,
Yes,
Ogre is
because
gaining
every
time.
time these two battle, he gets them really closer to them.
Going through turn 16, not much
I'll be
change.
taking a slightly wider line on entry here.
Alright, turn 17
exit going
in.
into turn 17.
With these tires, this is a very difficult corner. As we can see with Logic slightly sliding. Well, all of them slightly sliding, to be honest.
I'll be
Into
taking
turn
a lot of
19.
curb in turn 19. Logic running very wide on exit as they both go through the
Trying to
final
carry
corner
as much
now
speed
to
as
start
possible.
lap 11.
Logic not getting the best grip on corner exit and is losing time to Goblin ahead. Alright, now big braking zone into turn 1. Uphill. They both hit their marks. Goblin a bit squirrely on the exit, but still manages to keep his gap from Logic. Through the S's, Logic gains some time. He is now nibbling on the bumper of Goblin.
Meanwhile, all the way back in the battle for 11, we got Stewart who hold off Weaver, who just made a big lunge to try and take 11th away from Stewart.
Oh, Logic has the run on Goblin going into turn 11. Logic's up the inside, Goblin's gone wide. Big braking zone to turn 11. Goblin gives Logic the room, locks up a little, and now Logic has the position, but Goblin has the run. Now, coming into turn 12, big braking zone. No one
Yes,
locks up. Goblin
got the bat,
slides
got
it up
the
the inside.
retakes second place away from
Turns
Logic.
13-14, they hit their marks. Oh, Logic both of them going a bit squirrely. That's to be expected at this stage of the race. Goblin going very wide. Logic takes that opportunity to put his nose in it. And
Not
now
quite
they
enough.
might have been too wide going to turn 17-18, but no driver wants to risk that. That's just asking for a spin. Now Logic poised for a pounce into turn 19. He's going for it. Goblin gets squirrely. Logic taps the rear quarter panel, and as we go into turn 20, a big rear shunt. And Logic a bit squirrely, and he's now lost a lot of position.
As they spread out a little bit on exit, we draw our attention back to the battle for 13th here as we have Panda and Ragnarok battling here. Ragnarok has been slowly closing in here, and Panda's been locking up a few times into the...
Ragnarok got into the back of Boeing. This was a battle for, I believe, 6. As Patsy Boy takes advantage of that and takes 6 away.
Jackson has the run on Phantom. Going into turn 1. Tries to hold it around the outside, just doesn't have the braking. Phantom a bit creative with
pushing him down the
track
front
level
straight.
car. Boeing going for an overtake on Jackson. Gets it done into turn 2. Fair enough.
Yes, now he's looking to try and regain, trying to get back at Phantom.
Well, Phantom cutting straight through.
Yes,
As we have a spin in the S's here, Jackson is going around.
Ooh.
He keeps it going, though.
Yes, manage.
Oh,
Tire
Boeing goes
management.
wide! Boeing goes wide. Here comes Jackson. Trying
The
to take
51 and the
7th
5,
away.
and the 5 gets pushed off here as they go into turn 11.
Yes, but Boeing still does have a run in turn 11. We have seen Battle.
Jackson has sent one on Pat's Boy here. As Pat's
Whoa!
Boy tries
Oh,
to
they're
cut
gonna
back
go through.
the
Boeing!
line on exit.
Boeing sent one at Pat's Boy. Pat's Boy does have a slight run. No, never mind. Pat's Boy misses a shift. Boeing has
Boeing
the
gets
run.
the. Yes,
Jackson
Boeing got the
needs
run.
to use this opportunity to run away from these two. If he wants any chance
Boeing
of catching
defending
fifth place here in
turn
time.
12.
Oh, rear end
Whoa!
from Boeing.
Jackson really
Or is
gets
that Buggy?
shunted by
Yes, that is
Boeing.
Boeing.
And Boeing manages to, a bit sketchily, take those two positions up into 6th.
As he regains 6th place. What he really.
Now, what line will they take going through turn 16 here?
he goes
Going out very
right
wide.
up.
Jackson takes a shallow line. Pat's Boy tapped. Bad exit for both of them now, and
Ooh,
Boogie Sam's going to
Boy.
get involved in here for the battle for 7th.
Boeing now has a pretty comfortable gap behind him going through turn 17 and 18.
Yes, a
Phantom
one.
and 10th is closing in on them.
But all it takes is one lockup, and the battle for 7th is going to be right up to 6th.
We could have a 5-car battle here for 6th place here as we start lap 14 or 13. Sorry.
No, we're
And
starting
that
lap
also
14,
means
and
we're-
lap 13.
No, we're on lap 13 because Astro's already in the S's.
Oh yeah, right, yeah. Fair enough. I
Yes.
forgot the Astro's like 3 miles ahead of the rest of them.
Yes.
Phantom
those of y'all-
going for a big lunge.
Yeah, wow.
Did
And that
not
is going
make
to kill
that
both
work.
his
That,
and Boogie Sam's run as they go into the S's now.
that is going to kill something called Phantom Wolf's tires. Really what
We are
drivers
now
should be
halfway through
focusing
this
on.
race. Will drivers consider pitting here?
I doubt it. I think that they're going to go for a big overcut and try to get the freshest tires they can going.
There's
into
one
the
driver
second
pitting.
race.
But does anyone risk the undercut here and possibly get the used tires off now and get very quick lap times in, possibly undercutting a bunch of people, increasing their track position, and then just try to pray and hold on in the final few laps?
Pointy Squirrel just pitted.
Yes,
I
that is
don't-
correct.
I don't-
We have
I
the
don't think
last
the
place car
undercut-
has just pitted. Yes, that is correct.
Is sim damage on in this lobby?
No,
That
it
might
is
be a
fuel and
damage.
tires.
Ah, see,
Only
I
fuel
think
and tires here.
in last place.
All other damage is cosmetic.
I think that last place is just taking a pit because I think he's just getting to the end of this race. he's sitting
We have
about
a
half
send
the
from
track
Jackson
behind
on
him.
Pat's Boy here for 7th here. Pat's Boy might look it up the inside here for turn 14 and 15.
No, he
Not
takes
Wow.
quite
wide.
gonna get there. Phantom now taking a look on Pat's Boy here as he's in the dirt.
Yes, meanwhile, I have on my screen, you got
Well, Jackson
like
gets
a
a punt
battle
from
for-
Pat's Boy who got
Whoa!
punted from Phantom.
Phantom gets punted and almost spun out by Phantom. Phantom's gonna lose time to Boogie Sam, who goes up the
They are both out
inside into
wide.
turn
Boogie
17.
is forcing him off track. That might be something the stewards look out for.
That is the worst idea going through that corner.
Yes, with
Phantom actually hits the apex. Boogie does not. As they approach the final corner to start lap 14 here.
We go to the battle for 5th with Boeing and Time Galaxy. Time Galaxy, once a second place
Yes.
contender, has now dropped down to 5th place. Boeing
Yes.
going for run to turn 1, gets it done. Galaxy goes wide, but he does keep the
Galaxy got
inside.
the better exit here, and he's going to have the inside lane for turn 2.
Galaxy
Can he clear the
forcing-
5? Yes, he will.
Forcing Boeing wide.
Hit
to
the
get that
power,
better
and he's
line.
going to hold on to that position at least through the S's here.
Excellent defense from Galaxy here.
Yes.
Even though Boeing is still nibbling at
Oh, little tap there.
A little tap there, yes.
Just a little rub here.
It's alright, it's alright.
Boeing's out
Probably
a
good
little
racing.
bit wide here as they approach the final few corners of the S's.
Yeah,
Oh,
Boeing
that
here,
is
he's
someone
in a
out very wide in the
close
background
line.
there.
Oh, I saw
Looks
tire
like that was
smoke.
Pat's
That
boy
looks
there.
like a lockout.
Oh, no, that is Stewart that is parked up in the or was parked up in the Phantom is around. Phantom has just been spun off the bumper of Boogie Sam.
Boeing going for a move in turn 11. Action all over the course here at COTA. Astro looking like he might have to deal with some back markers during this race.
He's got another little while to go before he gets there.
Yeah, but with how his pace has been looking, it might do something to the race. You never know.
And we have a car
Anyway,
parked on the
Bowen.
final few corners of the S's. Jackson has parked up in the 51. Not sure what
Bowen
he's
and
doing.
Galaxy going double wide through turns 13, 14. Going for the
Yep.
lunge Galaxy is in turn 16. And now has track position going into turn 17 and 18.
Jackson is moving once again here. Oh, and he's parked it once again. Okay. So Jackson, now in 16th place here, has parked up on the side of, I believe this is turn 9 in the S's. Looks like he's about to go a lap down here as well.
Now I'm wondering if drivers might. Are pit stops mandatory in this series? Ooh, Boeing almost spinning out.
Well,
Yeah.
I do not believe pit stops are mandatory, but they are recommended here, as I don't believe you can do a full fuel run here.
Oh, so
I
fuel might
believe
actually
fuel will go out before tires are completely dead, but it might be worth to pit early to get those to get that fresh rubber.
I mean, I have a feeling that the early pit is already out of question. All of these drivers are going for overcuts, which, in my opinion, is the better strategy due to the quickness of the loss of freshness in NASCAR slicks.
It looks like we got a battle for 9th here. We have Stewart trying to fend off Boogie Sam, Kipper, and Greens here. Cooper, what, I can't tell what his game tag is. SVR sending it. He is sideways.
Oh!
SVR is just spun out here
Andy
off the quarter
almost
panel
took out
of
another
Boogie Sam.
driver. Almost took out Greens a lot with him. But he has just lost all hopes of a top 10 finish. But back to our battle for 5th. That was a very close entry into turn 11, but Boeing is now losing a lot of time on the back straight.
And Greens is out wide as they enter turn 11 here from the battle for 9th. Greens very wide through turn 11. Ragnarok punted by Phantom. They are both on rubbing doors as they exit the corner. And side by side, the 42 and 88 going down the back straightaway.
Boeing takes
going
the
to tuck
very
in for that little bit of slipstream here. Can he outbreak Greens going into the corner? I think he might be a little far back here unless Greens locks up.
Boeing poking his nose in at Galaxy up in 4th.
They are definitely scrapping away here. And it looks like leader has just paid.
Yes.
Leaders in the pits.
Sorry. Cars are slow. There might be a caution. Yep, Astro has slowed down a lot here. I believe we are under caution. Astro, the leaders are slowing one.
Now,
this
if this
changes everything for the race here.
If this caution was timed at like 10 seconds earlier, that would have been a perfect pit opportunity.
And Astro is in the stream chat. Hello, Astro. Nice to see you. Yes, that was a very impressive lead here that you had.
Even though you better watch it for Goblin behind. Oh, Goblin almost gets spun under caution.
I think that's just him drifting it.
Yeah, Goblin's just drifting it now.
And I'm also being told in my earpiece that is not a Chevy that Goblin is driving. In fact, it is technically a Subaru. Apparently, there are now 4 manufacturers in NASCAR. Apologies for the confusion to our viewers. That is a genuine Subaru. Just ignore the Chevy badge on the front bumper.
Exactly. Ignore the big old Chevy badge on the front.
Yes.
I didn't. Maybe Subaru is the engine supplier.
Subaru
That is one very impressive V8 they've managed to strap.
I mean, at one point, Subaru was an F1 engine supplier back in like the 80s.
What type of Subaru is this?
We're gonna assume that this is some. Yeah, we're gonna assume this is some sort of STI model.
It does fear no
Forza
Evo,
or possibly a Legacy. I'm not entirely sure here. It does not say on this one.
Whatever it is, it fears no Evo.
If we're going by the model brand on the rear bumper, it's the Subaru Fear No Evo model.
A rare brand of Subaru.
And he gets spun out going through turn 12.
Oh, and this caution just devolved
No Ford manufacturers, I
Pandas
guess
is
they
up in
said.
fifth, though.
That's only the second time Ogre has done that all race. He did that earlier, Click.
I should imagine the stewards will be very busy following the.
I have a feeling
conclusion
Ogre
of
is
this
going to
race
lose
here.
quite a few points in the Drivers' Championship.
As looks like Goblin tries to regain his lost positions here. Not sure what the call is for that, and it looks like Pat's Boy is going to give it to him, maybe?
Yes, he
Yes,
should
he
be
is.
allowed to regain his positions there because he was spun.
Not entirely sure. I know that there are some, sometimes there are calls where if you are wrecked under caution, you are told to just line up wherever you are once you get your car going again. Question is, it looks like everyone's
they're
going to be
pitting
pitting
under
under caution here.
This is absolutely the
It
right
is
thing to
follow
do.
the leader here as they enter the pits. Astro leads, followed by Goblin, Pat's Boy, Timed, Boogie, and Pandas. Your top 6.
We are now down to 14 drivers.
Yes, that is correct. Ragnarok brings up the rear of the field here. As,
Oh god, there are
he
some
goes into the pit
scenes
lane.
going on in this pit lane.
Oh wow, point.
And
not
Pointy
very
Scroll has decided to stay out after he pitted about 2 or 3 laps earlier under
Oh
green
wow,
here.
yeah,
He was
Pointy
able
might
to stay
actually have
on the
the
lead
margin
lap.
advantage.
Pointy Scroll in the number
Pointy Scroll's
47
in the
Javelin
lead.
car
He's
is
leading
going
the
to
lap.
lead the race here as they get going again for the restart.
That's a
Astro will be in.
bold strategy.
That
If
was
he
a
can,
great call for him to pit early. The undercut has worked in his favor, but for how long? How quickly can Astro and everyone else behind him get past on those new fresh tires? Will
my
those
opinion,
3 laps
incredibly
make a
quickly.
difference?
My opinion is very quickly. As we've seen Astros and everyone else's pace, or in like the top 5's pace, I don't think Scroll's got a very large chance of defending, especially on COTA.
Well, we never know.
Yeah.
Pointy Scroll is one of the very few drivers in this field that actually races road courses as his main series. He is no. Well, I was gonna say known. He is kind of known for his lesser developed
Wait.
classic Trans Am
They're all
series
lagged
that
out
he's
for
been trying to.
Astro.
That is a good question. Did Astro just lag out?
I think Astro just lagged out.
Astro has lagged out. We are
disconnected.
down to 13 Ladies and gentlemen, this field just got a whole lot tighter. Astro has lagged out of the session.
Oh no, he's in chat.
That is a massive shame. Astro, if you're listening, this is heartbreaking even for us. We
The race
apologize.
leader has disconnected. He has had engine issues and is now pulled off to the side of the track.
That is a horrible turn of fate here for the most dominant car on track today.
You got
Has
Denny
led
Hamlin.
every single lap so far for internet issues, or for internet, or as we call them, engine issues to haunt him as we approach the restart to start lap 18.
He has been Denny Hamlin.
A moment of silence for that fine motor, son of a.
Damn. I feel bad. I feel bad.
Thank you for that wonderful moment of silence, ladies and gentlemen. Very well done. Okay.
I apologize. I am kind of new to this, so.
Is that a
As
red
are we all.
Blackbird on the side of the track?
So now Pointy leads from Goblin, Pat's Boy, Times, and Boogie round out the top 5 here. And we have Pandas, Stewart in 7th, Boogie 8th, Reens 9th, and SVR 10th.
So yeah, this is
by
gonna
Phantom,
be a
Ogre,
battle.
and Ragnarok in the final car still running.
This is a
This
second race.
This is going to be a heated battle for the finish because everyone's now on fresh tires, and it's only 9 laps until the finish.
This is the second
So
race where
everyone-
2 GTA cars has
It's going
finished
to
the
be a
race.
matter of who can clear the 47 first here as we restart.
All right,
Pat's Boy looking to
see
get
how
the
Pointy
jump on
Scroll
Goblin
manages
here.
to start.
Who can get the better launch? Who is running
All right.
clutch? Who's just running manual gears?
And
we are
green,
about to find out.
green,
as
here we
green
go.
again here at COTA. Goblin looks to the inside.
Goblin
Will he get
goes
the better
to the
brakes? Yes, he
inside.
does. hard under the brakes as they go into one. Time looking for third place here. Up the second.
And I see a lot of tires smoke out
Pointy is
back.
very sideways. And Goblin is going to pull
hold on
away
for
here
a
as they go into the
second.
S's. Pat's right
Pointy
in
is
time.
incredibly quiet. Time Galaxy goes through. Pandas goes through. Alright, never mind. No, Panda's not stuck. That's Pat's boy. Boeing goes
now through. Phantom now through.
Pointy is having trouble hanging on to these
Pointy is
positions.
fading and fading fast here, ladies and gentlemen. Down to 6th, and Pandas gets in there. Both of them
Ooh.
sideways as they exit the S's. Green's looking for
Oh, Pandas couldn't hold
them.
on to it. Panda's off the track. Panda's spun.
Green's now looking for an opening here as they go into the hairpin of turn 11. Green's under the brakes. Can they make the apex? Who runs wide? And Pointy is out in the gravel.
Running wide. Kroll has
Pointy is
lost
out in the
all
gravel.
hope.
From the lead to 9th place in half a lap. Those older tires have clearly taken an effect.
Yes, these tires lose freshness incredibly quickly, and we've seen that live.
Meanwhile, back up front, Goblin has pulled away from Time to his running second, followed by Pat's Boy, Boeing, and Phantom, your top 5. This race has taken a turn dramatically here as we move in, as they roll their way through turns 15 and 16.
Now, Goblin, starting this race in 17th position, has managed to gain 16 positions up into first.
That is a very impressive run. Maybe he couldn't get a clean lap in qualifying. We don't know. We will find out that information for you shortly. Meanwhile, for the battle for 6th, Stewart being hounded by Greens here. Greens is hungry. Greens is looking fast. That 42 Miami Chevy trying to get underneath the number 99 Ford here. As they go down the front straightaway, he looks to the inside. Stewart goes to the block. He drives him straight to the pit wall. Hard on the brakes here. And Greens is going to go for 2 here. As Phantom left the door open. And they're both going to go wide. 3 wide on exit. Can Stewart get the run off? Yes, he will. He's going to have one cleared as they go through the corner. Stewart, after looking like he's going to be overtaken for 6th, has now moved up into 5th.
Boeing
And
making
Phantom
the
is
track
right back on him.
It do not exist is now on the back of Pat's Boy. I mean, you go through the S's a lot quicker when you just don't take them. And has now made up all this time on the top 3. Has now cut another corner to get up to Pat's Boy, almost spun him out, and he's up to 3rd. I think the Stewart
Green's now holding on for 6th here. And now Phantom and Boogie Sam side by side for 7th here as they go into turn 11. Phantom under the brakes, locks up a little bit. Here comes Ogre trying to make it 3 wide on exit, not quite there. And we got a car sideways here. It is SVR, and I don't know who else that was back there. Oh, sorry, it was SVR and Pointy Scroll for 11th and 12th here. And Panda's back in 13th.
Alright, battle for 2nd, Time Galaxy, Boeing. Time Galaxy
Looks
locking
like
it
Pat's
up and
Boy is
getting it
closing up with
sideways.
them as well. Boeing sends one to the inside for turn 16. Can he get that clear? Can he get the turn in?
Absolutely, Time
Just.
Galaxy left that door wide open.
But Time's got the run. He was
2
able to
wide
open
in
up the
turn
wheel a
17
lot quicker.
and 18. We've seen how that works
He
out.
gets the bump as they go into 18.
Boeing takes 2nd place.
But for how long his time is still on his bumper. They are side by side through 19.
Timed around the outside through turn 19, takes 2nd.
What a move. That was a power move by the 20 car. The 5
Boeing
sends it. He is sideways.
almost spinning Time Galaxy.
And Pat's Boy gets into them both.
Whoa! Pat's Boy spinning.
All 3 of them. 3 wide at the line.
Squishing everyone
Time
together.
just barely had 2nd place as they start lap 20.
Boeing late on the
Both
brakes.
of us on the apex here. Pat's Boy round the outside with the run. He's going to look for to the inside of Boeing as they go into turn 2. Not quite
But
there.
Boeing
He has
holds
to get
on
off the
to
throttle.
it. Time Galaxy going around the outside of Pat's Boy takes 3rd. And now
We
through
got a
the
battle for
edges,
5th as
no
well.
overtaking through here unless
And
someone
corner
messes
round,
up.
that is Stewart off into the gravel. Stewart looks like he got spun by, I believe that was Ogre or Greens. I couldn't tell which one. But he
Ogre
has
has
been
an
spun off
affiliation
at
with
turn
spinning
4.
people off the track. Ooh, Patsway almost spinning Galaxy off the track.
And it is now very tight for third here. Timed, barely hanging on. Patsboy maybe takes a look at turn 11, thinks better of it. He's going to try to focus on the exit of for the back straightaway, maybe send it up the inside of turn 12. Meanwhile, side by side behind them for 5th, Greens and Ogre, side by side. Greens tucks in behind, trying to get the slipstream as they go down the back straightaway.
Yeah, first and second running away with it at this point. Goblins had an excellent race here. I mean, starting from the back, surviving, and now through a caution and disconnect and running away with the lead. I mean, sometimes you just need some luck.
It looks at things,
Exactly.
It looks like Logic, who was also battling up there, it looks like he lagged out earlier as well, as he is no longer with us here.
Yes, that's true.
I mean, when
So
you're
it looks like
racing in
those who were
Forza,
battling for second earlier, it is now only Goblin left. He is the only.
Yeah, we got.
It appears he's the one strong card left remaining, and that Subaru is pulling away.
I mean, I guess Subaru should have come into NASCAR earlier.
With the new regulations, you never know what could happen. And Boeing, it looks like he locked up going into the final corner. Time closes up a little. Hatsboy still in the slipstream here, and we still got that battle for 5th here with Greens and Ogre.
Now, Patsboy starting to make a bit of a shortening up the gap with Galaxy. But he lost that gap going through a turn 2, so we'll see if this battle comes to anything. Definitely beginning to
Scroll has pitted once again.
Whoa!
Galaxy
Boeing.
second away from Boeing.
Boeing, big mess up into turn. What is it, 10?
He's going to shut the door again. Time is still there, though, as they battle their way through the S's. Here comes Patsboy. He's a little bit far back, though.
Turn 9, Time Galaxy on the outside, but with the run. Boeing keeping his nose in it, though.
And folks, it is important to remember that once these leaders cross the line to start lap 27, that is the end of the race. We do not go to the end. That is a feature, so that way the organizers of this race can make sure that all the positions are correct, and to assess any penalties that might need to be distributed to the drivers. So we have 5 laps to go here at COTA, or 4.5 laps here to go, as Goblin goes through turn 16 now, followed by that is
Boeing's son
and Patsboy, your top 4, Ogre in 5th, and Greens is falling off a little.
Going for a lunge. Didn't really make it work. He was way too far away.
If Ogre can put in some good laps here, he still has a shot at the podium. Patsboy falling off the top 3 a little bit here.
I have a feeling that
turn 18.
I have a feeling that Boeing might not hang on to his second place. We'll have to ask the stewards, but he had some adventurous times through the S's.
As we have a nudge
Galaxy
from
making some
Time
collision.
as they go through the final corner. Starting lap 22. Goblin already through turn 1 as they cross the line. Time sends it up the inside going into 1. Boeing leaves the door open. He's going to try for the crossover. Time parks the bus on the apex. And Time has the position cleared as they go into the S's.
Great defensive cutback there. I mean, just parking it really makes them think about what their move was.
And all the meanwhile, 4th, 5th, and 6th.
Boeing does
in as we got another
back into it.
There. These two are playing rough, and they both love it.
They're also
Time
both
runs wide here. He missed his corner. Boeing looking to the outside, not quite there. Can't get the run. Meanwhile, Ogre passes Patsboy for 4th.
Yeah,
and Patsboy has no answer.
Time goes wide.
Time goes very wide.
Boeing back a second.
Now Ogre's nibbling at Galaxy's backside here.
But now Timed has the slipstream off of Bowen here as they go into the... What is Bowen
What
doing?
is
He is hitting
Bowen
the grass.
doing?
Locks up a little as they go into the corner. Misses the apex just ever so slightly.
Ooh!
Ogre right on the
Ogre,
bumper.
straight
Timed.
up.
Ogre could very well take these two positions here.
Yeah, fighting always makes the drivers lose a lot of time to the cars behind.
Or the drivers ahead as Boeing is loving the fact that Timed is now being held up by Ogre trying to get past him. Ogre
Now-
gets the better run as they enter turn 17, but he now has the outside. Boeing
Whoa,
taking
too
a
wide
lot
on
of grass
turn
here
18.
as they go through the second
Almost.
apex.
Fourth
Time
apex.
defending for his life against Ogre.
Going into
But maybe it
19.
might be in his best interest let Ogre go and see if Boeing holds them both up.
Now, the
Who knows
proper
what they're
strategy
thinking.
for Boeing and Galaxy should have been to work together to get away from the rest of the pack, but people want that second.
And Ogre's gonna sit behind Time for just a little bit. Boeing runs it
Boeing,
wide. Contact
very
made as Time
sideways.
gets his inside. Ogre now to
Ogre's
Time's
sitting
inside
on
as
the
they go through turn 2. Not quite gonna get the run. He had to get off the throttle to avoid getting into him.
Alright,
And Time
through the S's,
goes
Time
very hot through turn
wide.
4. Ogre's gonna
Ooh,
get the run through
Ogre's
turns
going
5
through
and
turn
6.
six.
Can he clear him? Not quite.
Not quite yet.
Goes
Time
on the
is going
grass.
to hold
goes
the
turn
zone on
7.
the outside once again.
Through turn 8,
Ogre's
Ogre's
gonna have a very
Ogre's
bad
gonna
line
wait.
going through turns 8 and 9. And
Ogre's
going out,
gonna-
going out in the grass.
Going out in the grass.
What is it with Boeing
This
and
is going to
grass
give Time
late
his opportunity going into turn 11. Does he send it up the inside? Yes, he does.
He is
is
thinking
there.
about it, and he
And he
sends
sends
it.
it. And
Hit
he's
the
going to
apex
hold on.
nicely.
Who can get the power off there? Contact
Oh,
made.
whoa! Boeing almost spinning off Galaxy.
Rubbing quarter panels here as they go down the back straightaway. Boeing tucks in behind. Who's going to get the run? Who's going to get the better braking point? Boeing misses a shift here.
Now, Galaxy should be defending this.
Oh,
What do you
time
know?
Oh, there's a
Time
lockup.
goes
Time
wide
is out
again.
wide. Time is out wide. 5 car power per second now.
This is really heated up
Yes.
in the last few laps of this race.
Once they get to the
That's
line
what
here,
they could
it
give
is
lap.
going to be
Over.
3 laps to go here at COTA. Boeing parking the bus on every single apex, just trying to make sure that there is no opening for Timed here as they go through 17 and 18. Boeing running it a bit slower, but making sure he hugs that inside line. Timed running slightly wider, trying to carry more momentum. Ogre all over the rear bumper of the 20 car. And now Patchboy and Greens are getting involved. They might have a look at Ogre.
Ogre having a look at third place, though.
Ogre
Can
is
he
all over
wait
the back of the 20 here as they go down the front straightaway to start the 25th lap. Does he send it up the inside? He's going to have to think about it if he's going to want a shot at the second place car.
Time Galaxy times his breaking point perfectly.
Time gets a punt on the exit, but he holds it straight. And now Greens has gotten past Patchboy for 5th. Boeing misses the apex at 3, nails it for 4, and he's gotten it back online here.
Galaxy holding his
But he
lines to
runs
the
it
end.
wide through 6 here.
He's made up plenty of time on
These
Boeing.
cars are sliding all over the place. They have used up their equipment. Boeing runs it wide for turn 9 and 10.
Oh yes, tires have lost their freshness.
And Ogre is there. He's on the inside of Time here as they go through the kick. And as they approach turn 11, who's going to break latest? Ogre to the inside. He is there. Time very wide.
Time very wide.
Ooh,
Ogre to
loses the
third.
position to Greens
Greens
a
is now
lot.
there.
Greens started this race in last.
Ogre
This is
has
a
cleared them
very
both. He now sets his sights on second. But how long can he set his sights there? As Times gets the draft, going down the back straightaway, looking into turn 12. Can he do anything? No, he doesn't.
Timed isn't
Little
going to lose
bump
his
to the back
second
of
place
Ogre.
like that. Greens is starting to catch up.
Spinning up the wheels as they go through the corner. Turn 15, runs it wide. Greens is now all over Timed here. And Ogre is setting sail. Timed takes a very shallow line. That's going to completely kill his exit for this corner. Ogre pulling ever further away from Timed and closing in on Boeing at a rate of knots. As they go through turn 19 now, Ogre from curb to curb, hitting every single apex, running slightly wide on the exit of 19. Boeing keeping it very tight.
Now,
As they
Boeing
go
and
through the
Ogre
final
just
corner
need
here
to
to
keep
start
their
the final lap
Just-
here. And we should keep in mind, while all this is happening, Goblin has run away with it. He is gone from the field.
Penultimate
Yes.
lap because Goblin was so far ahead.
Yep, I
Penultimate
apologize,
lap.
Gob.
We got
This is
two
the penultimate
to
lap. That
go
is my
as
apologies.
L Goblin has a 7-2-second lead over Bongsung and Ogre.
Goblin just ran away with this race. Goblin
has run away in the second half of this event. Ogre looking ever closer. He is closing in on every single corner to Boeing. Does he give him the bumper as they go through turn 7 here? He thinks about it. He keeps it clean. Runs a little wide on entry. Boeing sends it very wide on exit. This is Ogre's
Ogre's on
chance.
the outside,
Ogre
but
is
turn
clear for
9.
second.
Wow, a
They're
move
10
through turn
seconds
9
away
was
from
almost
Boeing.
Boeing defending turn 11, forcing Timed Galaxy wide. Timed Galaxy's having none of it and just punts him.
Boeing is around.
Oh.
Off the bumper at times.
Galaxy gets spun. Galaxy spins off Boeing. Greens helps him along, and Patsboy takes fourth.
And
from
Ogre
Green.
is going to run away for second. Now, for the battle for third, who gets the final podium position? Timed has a small gap to Patsboy, but they have been closing in every single lap so far. Can he hold on for the final 4-ish miles of this race? Patsboy closes in, Timed ever so slightly wide, continuously lining up those rear tires. They have felt it throughout this race. That is certain. Patsboy gets a decent exit. Green's out very wide. Patsboy nails the apex, nails the first and second apexes of 17. Has to go through 18, misses the third, nails the fourth.
Quick
Turn
update.
19, now
update on
Timed runs it very deep. He is out wide. Patsboy keeps it tight, side raises in 20 car as they go through the final quarter to start the final lap here.
Quick update on Goblin. This is Goblin's first race in NASCAR Cup. He only signed up today.
That is a very impressive showing from the rookie here as they go into turn 1 for the final time. Timed runs it deep again. Patsboy looks to the inside, gets a better run. Not quite there yet. He will have another decent shot at turn 12. He gets a brilliant run through turn 2. He is closing in ever closer through the S's. Right on the bumper as they go through turn 4 and 5.
All Galaxy needs to do here is just keep hitting his marks, keep Patsboy away.
Patsboy is there. Patsboy on the bumper, looks to the inside, not there.
Cut the track a bit too deep there for a move to be made.
Patsboy's gonna have the better line through turns 9 and 10 here. Not quite the exit though, as he ran a little too much curb. Times has to hold on for these next 2 corners, and he should hold position, providing there isn't any left of it. He's running deep. He is running. They have all run deep here. They are side by side on exit.
Patsboy
Clear for third. Green is going to get him. Times is in the grass. He can't get back on track.
Times just lost 2 positions on the final lap.
It's now all up to Greens. Can he get past Patsboy for third? He's going to look for it. Into turn 12. He gets into him. Side by side is the exit going into turn 13.
That was a bit of a dirty move from Greens. He lets him have it. That's a sportsman thing to do.
Meanwhile, back up front, Goblin for the final time through the final 2 corners as he rounds turn 19 down the short chute into 20. Ladies and gentlemen, this is his debut race.
His rookie
and out of nowhere, he was not the favorite to win. He is going to pull it off, though. Goblin is going to win COTA.